Precious Metal Summit 2017, Zurich here, Commodity TV for you, live on the location. And now we are talking to for the first time on to Revival Gold, and Hugh Agro, who's the president and CEO, wants to give us an insight into his terrific company. Welcome, Hugh.
Thank you, Johan. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time and the opportunity. Revival Gold, what's the company about? You are working in Idaho, correct?
We are, yes. We're a new growth company in gold. We just got started about a year ago. We are underway in Idaho with the Beartrack gold project, which is a former producing gold mine in Idaho. We have the land position next door. We have a very experienced team, and we're underway drilling. In just short space of 6 months, we've put the land package together, the deal with Yamana Gold to get this property in, and the financing. So we're underway.
Super. When you say financing, that leads automatically to the question, what is money in the bank? Are you packed up for 2018?
Yeah, so short answer is $9 million in the bank.
Super.
We're permitted and we're underway drilling, as I said, and we've got a runway for the next 2 field seasons of work.
Great. But you have also a second project?
We do, yes. Yeah, we have the neighboring and adjoining Arnett Creek gold project, which also has a historic resource on it, and we spent a lot of time pulling that property together even before we brought Beartrack into the assemblage. So in total, we have 9,006 acres of property position, encompassing 1.5 million ounces of historic resource at both Arnett Creek and Beartrack.
Super. As you say, historic resource, that's of course not 43-101 compliant. So this is the next big thing that you want to prove that, or you want to put on top of that, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. So we have two objectives with our exploration. One is to confirm, validate the historic resource at surface. Of course, this mine was last operated in the 90s, back in a sub $300 gold price environment. So in the current environment, I think we've got lots of upside there. So we'll do that, and then the other thing we're doing was we're testing the potential at depth. And interestingly enough, below the surface mineralization, there's indications of high-grade mineralization over 5 kilometers of strike length. So we're going back in there with drilling to pursue that as well.
Fantastic. If you say high grade, what grades we are talking about?
Yeah, so in drill hole intercepted, BT 175 intercepted 28 meters of 24 grams per ton gold equivalent.
That's really high grade.
Most of it in gold too, about 95% of that in gold. So that's just one hole. It's, as I said, a 5 kilometer strike. There's 5 mineralized zones within that strike. And we're going back in. We're in there right now actually drilling a couple of holes there, and results will be out before year end.
Perfect. Before we come to 2018, then let's call it that way. The target is then to bring this old mine again into production?
Yeah, ultimately that's what we want to do. We've got 1.5 grams per ton gold in surface grade. It's in both oxides and sulfides. We've got, as I said, these high-grade intercepts at depth. It'll take a while for us to put this together into some kind of an economic plan and so on. But yeah, and our intention is to become a gold producer.
Fantastic. What is the time frame for that? What do you think? I know it's hypothetically, but do we talk about like 5 years, 3 years, something like that?
Well, let's map out the next 2 years. So over the course of the next 2 years, we'll be drilling 11,000 meters at Beartrack. We'll drill another 2,000 meters at Arnett Creek, and we're going to follow up with further permitting for additional drilling, geophysics, metallurgical studies. We'll do some economic work. We'll do a 43-101, and we'll go from there.
So that's all for 2018, of course.
That's the rest of this season and 2018.
Okay, perfect. When do you think you have the 43-101 ready?
Yeah, we're targeting to try and get that done before year end 2018. And we'll see how we go. This is a team that under promises and over delivers. So
I like to hear that.
I don't want to manage your expectations, but I think that a reasonable target for us would be to say before the end of 2018, once we've got the additional drilling at Beartrack from that season. Now, having said that, the block model that underpins the historic resource at Beartrack is actually been mined before. So this was part of the mining plan, so we're feeling very confident about the grades and tonnages. And what we want to start to look at is the proportion of that that's oxide how that fills into a potential pit in the today's gold price environment.
Exactly. And as you said, it's an old mine, so gold price was much, much lower. I would say with those prices today, it should be still very favorable for the future production.
I think so, yeah. The cutoff on the historic resource was 1 gram per ton.
Yeah.
And I think you're seeing much lower cutoffs in today's environment. Now, we've got a lot of work to do, but I think the outlook is favorable for what we're trying to do at Beartrack.
Fantastic. Okay, so clear path, like to say, onto for production for the future, yeah. And what's going on then for Arnett? Because this is, let's say, the exploration baby, I would call it.
Yeah, yes, and it's a large land position. It encompasses about 6,000 acres of that 9,600 I spoke to you about. We've got lots of potential there in oxides. We did a field program this summer where we picked up some rock chip samples across the property. We'll be coming out with those shortly. I think it's a very promising property and a very complementary to what we have at Beartrack in terms of what we can do jointly. Properties adjoin each other at the south end. They're about 4 miles apart.
So you get synergies on both?
We've got synergies,
properties?
yeah. And it's important to say that at Beartrack we have power, we have year-round road access, we have water. We have some of the existing site infrastructure from the prior operation, including leach ponds, cyanide preparation facility. We've got a big core logging and storage facility, which we can implement for both Arnett Creek and Beartrack. So lots going for the brownfield site. And I didn't speak to you about our team, but we have the former mine manager from the Beartrack mine operation.
That helps a lot.
Very a solid person. Lives right in Salmon, Idaho, which is 9 miles away from our operating activities. Our VP Exploration is another solid individual who's been involved with putting together a project for Agnico Eagle a couple of years ago. Our broader team includes Wayne Hubert, who's the former CEO of Andean Resources, which was sold to Goldcorp a number of years ago for about $3.5 billion. Wayne is a board nominee and will be joining the board after our November 29th AGM. Also involved is my longtime colleague Ty Burt, former CEO of Kinross. We've got a super team.
That sounds really like a great story. Well, Hugh, thank you very much for this first insight. I really like it, and we look forward to some good news in the next upcoming months. And I would say, bring it in production.
Okay.
The US needs some jobs.
Thanks, Joe.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Hugh Agro, the president and CEO of Revival Gold, and you heard it. They are working in Idaho on 2 projects, and drills are turning, news are coming up. They will bring next year a 43-101 resource on both properties, and also Beartrack is poised for production. It's an old mine. They want to reopen that, and we look forward to this. Check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Zurich.